Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Joel Embiid.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
And the starting group for the Celtics. White and Brown are the 2 and the 3. Jason Tatum out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for Philadelphia, Maxey runs point with Melton at the 2. Robert Covington is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Embiid in at the center position, locking down the middle. And Grant, the teams we'll see tonight have some strong veteran leaders. You were in that role not too long ago, my friend.
You're right, B.A. It feels like just yesterday. And you need a steady presence and voice on the player side. It really can help a team through some rough stretches throughout the year.
Now here's Melton. Pass to Covington. Maxey on the wing. Embiid with it. Defended by Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
It seems you could bring in anybody to this team and pair them with Embiid, and they'd still win, Grant.
Oh, they got a solid roster. But there's no denying that Embiid is the heartbeat of this team. The 76ers go how Embiid goes, kind of like our broadcast with you. And in the last 5 seasons, they've gone to the playoffs.
You know, what I respect about Embiid, in addition to his tremendous skill and size, is his willingness to keep working on himself. He's already an elite talent, but if he sees any room for improvement, he'll go to work to make it happen.
Now here's Tatum. Back to White. Outside Porzingis. Over Embiid. Porzingis misses. And Harris has got the ball here for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Holiday. First quarter of play, a minute in. Hits the trifecta.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Maxey against Holiday. Covington with it. Melton on the wing. There's the triple. Holiday grabs the miss. Tatum looking it over. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
Maxey against Holiday. Pass to Embiid. Hauled in by Brown.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. White with a screen on Harris. Pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Melton against White. Now Maxey. Now Embiid, an elite offensive player, averaging just over 33 a game.
What a soft touch from the big man. Embiid's jumper is ATM when he's in rhythm.
And here's Tatum, coming off a terrific game against New York. Good D by Covington.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Maxey passes to Harris. And here's Embiid. And Embiid gets the double team. Covington, a screen on White. Out to Covington. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Porzingis with a screen on Covington. There's Tatum with the three. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Maxey passes to Covington. Embiid inside. Working on Porzingis. Melton misses.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
And granted, a deal that came down to the wire this summer, the Celtics got their man, Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, yes, they did, B.A. As tough as it was to give up Marcus Smart for Boston, a chance to balance their roster and acquire a two-way tower in his prime.
Now here's Maxey. No made baskets yet. Melton on the wing. Embiid, a screen on White. Here's Melton. Porzingis grabs the board.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
White finds Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Harris. Takes one from 10 feet. Second chance shot. The baseline J. Porzingis misses. The 76ers have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Up top, Maxey. He's covered by Holiday. Embiid against Porzingis. Embiid, good.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Pass to Tatum. Fires for three. And it's Harris with the rebound. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 so far. Here's Maxey. Embiid, high post. Good D by Porzingis. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Tatum. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Tatum's got 11 points.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Porzingis against Embiid. Tatum with the block.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end.
For three, Maxey. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Boston's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Porzingis with a screen on Covington. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Porzingis with it. On the wing, Holiday. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Maxey passes to Embiid. Now Harris. Launches it. And the 76ers another three.
Nice touch from downtown. Tobias Harris continues to look better and better from this area.
Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. Brown finds Holiday. Now here's Brown. The three ball. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit. When you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Maxey passes to Covington. Embiid a screen on White. Melton against White. Melton misses.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Brown passes to Tatum. Let's go with a three. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Maxey surveys. Covington a screen on Holiday. Melton passes to Harris. Covington with it. Maxey on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. Out to Covington. This one for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Holiday with the ball. Making a mark on the offensive end. Scoring around 13 a game. There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
When talking about the Celtics, you'd have to say they have a unique 1-2 punch, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, B.A. To have Tatum on one wing and Brown on the other, that's a potent combination. And what a luxury for Boston. They complement each other so well.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
White finds Holiday. Tatum with a screen. 13 feet out. That one rolls around and rims out. The 76ers have got 7 of 15 to find the net. Brown against Maxey. Pass to Covington. Back to Maxey. Harris on the wing. Can't get the go-ahead bucket.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Tatum, and the Celtics tack on 2 more.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Timeout called, the 76ers. Well, Grant, for them, this is game 2 of a back-to-back. Does that schedule wear you out as a player?
You know, at times the schedule can be tough, but sometimes it also works in your favor because you can maintain a good rhythm game to game.
And the 76ers with some changes. Martin comes in for Tobias Harris, and it's Beverly in for Tyrese Maxey. It's Covington on the wing. Embiid passes to Beverly. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Knocks it loose. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Beyond the arc. Beverly shot off. And the Celtics shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Brown finds Tatum. Back to Brown. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Melton against Brown. Now here's Embiid. Tightly guarded. Nice D from Horford. And Boston has possession. They lead by 7. The 3. Pritchard gets it to go.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Beverly. Yet to see a basket. Embiid inside. Horford covering. And it's in there.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
On the wing, Tatum, covered by Covington. Tatum's shot is good.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. After the basket by Boston. Beverly outside. Shot clock at 5. He drops it from range.
And Beverly is very consistent from outside. Solid at hitting the 3 ball when given the opportunity to shoot it.
Tatum against Covington. Screen by Horford. Releases. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as much as 10 on the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Al Horford out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Hauser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now here's Morris. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul. Benton, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Beverly. Martin a screen. Beverly, the pass to Martin. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And Beverly has tremendous speed, both in how he passes and shoots it. Tough to cover in the screen and roll.
Tatum against Batum. Now here's Tatum. Horford outside from behind the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
No indecisiveness there from Horford. Just a good, quick decision.
And Grant, you look at the longevity of Horford's career. He's done a great job reinventing himself.
You know, B.A., he added the 3 to his game once he hit 30, and that has extended his career by changing how he plays. He still can be an X factor on any given night.
Now here's Horford. Pass to Hauser. Clock at 6. Tatum draws the double. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. From deep. And it's blocked by Martin. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Batum finds Morris. The wide open shot is on the money. Morris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Benton passes to Hauser. Here's Benton. Still no points. Inside. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Shoots over Beverly. Pritchard gets it to go. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Beverly outside. The kick out to Maxey. There's the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Boston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Celtics have terrific depth. They have a number of reserves who could start for other teams. All-star Jason Tatum said those guys sacrificing coming off the bench, I think that just speaks volumes to the commitment that we have to be our best and to playing to our standard every night. Brian?
That's what it takes, Allie, right? Thank you.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Beverly, left side. Martin, the pass to Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Morris sets a screen. The three. Rebound Boston. Here's Benton. Pass to Hauser. Jump shot is good. Hauser's got 5 points now in the quarter. And it's the Sixers with the ball. They trail by 9. Up top, Morris unloads. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Pass to Horford. Screen by Horford. Here's Benton from outside the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Maxey. He has 6. Misses from close range.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Pass to Hauser. And it's Martin with the rebound. Philadelphia has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. And here is Maxey. Here's the three. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Martin up top. From 7 feet away. Good work there as it goes. Martin's got his second basket on the night.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. Tatum draws the double from the arc. The rebound by Maxey. The 76ers have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. And this summer, the Sixers making changes on the bench. Grant, the mission statement is clear. Make it past the conference semifinals.
Oh, so clear, B.A. And while that's been the stumbling block in recent years, I'm not sure even that's good enough. This is a team with legitimate championship aspirations. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And the 76ers call time here. And a new group getting ready for the Sixers. Embiid, he's checked in for Morris. Covington comes in for Batum. Tobias Harris checked in for Martin. And it's Melton in for Beverly. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. White, he's checked in for Banton. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Tatum passes to White. Pass to Porzingis. The three is up. Rebound by the 76ers. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Tatum draws the double. Fires the three. Porzingis misses.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Embiid. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
His defensive intensity made a huge difference. Just look at the 3 steals. And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Covington against Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Covington. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
Pass to Covington. Now Embiid. Melton, right side. Puts up a three. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Embiid's got his 4th assist in this one.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now here's Porzingis. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards.
Maxey against Holiday. Now Maxey. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Clock is at 3. He can't get that one to fall. Boston has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Tatum draws the double. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Brown. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
And, you know, we've seen Brown accept more responsibility over time on offense, including taking these quick shots.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid drawing the double team. Maxey on the wing. The three is up. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Holiday. Pass to White. Unloads from 13. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by White. Tatum's got 27 points. Holiday against Maxey. Covington with it. 4-3. Rebound Boston. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Well, if we want to talk about Derek White for a moment, he's become such an effective defender, Grant.
Yeah, you know, B.A., he's got a great mix of awareness and ability. Just an exceptional quickness that allows him to be a disruptor at that end.
Up top, Embiid. To stop the run. Inside, Embiid gets the advantage.
Embiid with a major contribution thus far. He's a guy that can carry his team.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the Sixers.
It's frustrating to lose such a close game. Felt like that last meeting was decided on the glass.
Typically, there's one statistic that jumps out at you when you're looking at what decided a game. And in that one, it was all about the rebounding battle.
The Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Celtics, things stacking up nicely for them so far. Number 1 in their conference and looking formidable. And of course, there's Philadelphia, neck and neck at the top. They're tied in first place.
Well, for the Celtics, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for three. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Maxey finds Harris. Back to Maxey. Embiid high post. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
One shot.
And for the Celtics, Grant, when it comes to something like rebounding, it's a total team effort.
Well, it's part of their personnel strategy, B.A. Get wings and guards that have length and toughness, which allows them to control the glass and switch just about everything defensively.
Now here's Brown. He has 6. Spins. KB, nice finish inside.
Give credit to the defense. They were right there on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's too smart and too confident near the hoop to have any effect.
Maxey against Holiday. Outside Maxey. Down low. Jacks up a 3. No good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Celtics up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
A look here now at the 76ers. It's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
The effort we've seen from the bench so far, it really helps to keep this kind of depth. Guys who can come in on the offensive end and they don't miss a beat.
Makes things a little easier on the starters, but in the second half, they're going to have to bring it as well.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Melton the 2 with Harris at the 3. Joel Embiid is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. So it's Boston now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. 5 on the clock. Porzingis with a screen on Harris. And here's Brown for 3. He buries it from 3. Brown's got 11 points.
You know, early on, Brown struggled with his confidence taking threes. Now he's a knockdown threat.
Embiid passes to Harris. Now Covington. Embiid inside. Working on Porzingis. And he gets it to go.
Hey, with his strength, Embiid very physical. It's going to take a lot more contact than that to rattle.
Covington against Tatum. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. Here's a look at the teams that have been aggressive at attacking the glass this year, with the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Celtics.
And I love how active they all are on the glass. When a shot goes up, this team takes a game rebounding approach to tracking down their boards.
Now here's Harris. We've had many impactful European players throughout the years, Clark. What makes their style of play so different?
You know, I think it's really how they're trained from the time they start playing the game, B.A. Every player, regardless of size, is taught to think and feel and play the game fundamentally sound. And I love that. I think that's something that should be mimicked in the States. Train kids to play the game the right way in all aspects of it, no matter how small or tall they are.
Now here's Holiday. Outside Tatum. 3-pointer. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Maxey. To the paint. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First in free throw percentage, and they're the 3rd highest scoring team in the NBA, executing at a high level.
And you got to avoid fouling this team. It's really that simple. They are the top team in the league in terms of free throw percentage because they don't want to waste any chances to cash in from the line. The free throw drops for Embiid. He's perfect from the line this time. If you look back on Sixers history, the list of legendary big men is a long one.
Exactly, B.A. And let me tell you this, Embiid's name is right there near the top of that list. You know, you think about the likes of Chamberlain, Moses Malone, those guys certainly on the list. Embiid joining them, that says a lot.
And the basket by Holiday.
You know, whenever White sees an open teammate, he's getting the ball to him right away. No hesitation.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Jaylen Brown has shown steady development over his career. He said, quote, every year presents different challenges. I think that's the fun part about basketball, that it's not the same. You got to be flexible, you got to be durable, and you have to be able to grow with the game. Brian?
Allie, he keeps getting better and better. Thanks for that. Good stuff. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a 5-point game. Lets it go from deep. Covington grabs the board. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now here's Covington. Harris up top. Shoots over Brown. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 8.
And, you know, this team relies on Tobias Harris to score the ball, especially in these spots on the floor.
Pass to Holiday. Outside, Brown. Launches a 3. They get it again. Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Maxey passes to Covington. Back to Maxey. Porzingis grabs the board.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
He was all alone on that one. Holiday's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, that's a nice up-tempo play from Holiday. Got the rock and didn't waste any time finding his shot.
Pass to Embiid. 3-pointer. Yes, sir! Embiid from distance.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Maxey finds Harris. Shoots over Brown. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Maxey. Now just a 3-point Celtic lead. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 in the 3rd. Tatum against Covington from the low block. Tatum can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Friday, they're off to Toronto to face off with the Raptors. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with the Hornets, it's the 2nd game of a back-to-back. So you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
Now here's Porzingis. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. Close game here in Philadelphia. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Maxey passes to Covington. To the middle. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Drew Holiday.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, he's an outstanding defender and a very capable shooter. Covington is an extremely valuable role player.
Beverly, he's checked in for Melton. The Celtics also with a sub. Horford's checked in. Both shots good from the strike. Here's Tatum. He's got 27. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Philadelphia on D. They trail by 1. And here's Holiday. Give him 8. Outside Porzingis. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Maxey on the wing. Defended by Brown. Porzingis against Embiid. Over Porzingis. Embiid, good. Embiid's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Porzingis with a screen on Harris. Leaner from distance. Tatum's shot is good. Tatum's got 29.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 25. Over Porzingis. Embiid misses.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Tatum against Harris. Outside Porzingis. Over Covington. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists in the game. Maxey on the wing. Defended by Brown. Maxey against Brown. Screen by Embiid. Harris has got room. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Well, you got to appreciate the offensive game of Harris. I mean, these are shots he can make in his sleep.
Brown with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Outside Tatum. Tatum drills the 3.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half. Now nails another.
Pass to Covington. Now Embiid. Back to Covington. For 3. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Covington's got 8 points.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
A nice shot by Tatum.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And the 76ers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Jason Tatum. Here's Maxey. 9 points in the game. Covington, a screen on Holiday. Here's Maxey. Boston with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And over the years, one thing we've seen from Jrue Holiday, he is clutch, Clark.
He sure is, B.A., and not just at the end of games. I mean, he typically does whatever his team needs him to do to get a win. He can dominate from tip to the end of the game, or he can simply beat you with his competitive spirit.
Here's Batum following the bucket by the Celtics. To the inside. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 11.
You know, Maxey finds all kinds of ways to score, and he knows only one speed. Flat out, all out.
Pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Takes the 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Now here's Beverly. Harris outside. Covington, a screen on Brown. Here's Harris. Horford pulls it in. The Celtics with the lead. Harris against Brown. Here's Cornette. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
And he makes the first. Hauser, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Up top, Batum. Back to Beverly. Inside. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
You know, Nick Batum's length provides a huge bonus to his team. He's able to play and guard multiple positions.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by Maxey. Maxey's got 4 rebounds now.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And no stranger to physical play. JB busting it up in there without fear.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one misses.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. The Sixers trailing. Batum pass to Maxey. From downtown. Knocks down the long J. Maxey's got 14 points.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Pass to Hauser. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Give him 8 points now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Maxey. 14 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Harris. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now the Celtics on the move. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Shooting 2.
And he drops a first. And the 76ers with some changes. Morris, he's checked in for Covington. And it's Martin in for Tobias Harris. And he makes both free throws.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Now here's Morris. He's got 5. He gets it in there.
They have not attempted as many threes here in the second half, which I'm scratching my head about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Maxey against Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Over Beverly.
The nastiness, the edge that's nasty, the ferocity that Beverly plays with, really admirable.
The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front, leading by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the 76ers shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Taking a look at the Celtics. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Luke Cornett. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Hauser in at the 2. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And it's Martin with the rebound.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Batum outside. Down low. Here's Morris. And it's Cornett with a rebound.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Cornett. Tatum draws the double. Buries it from 3. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
With a 9-footer, Horford with the block.
Horford doing a nice job that time using his length to get that shot block. Boy, was that some by-the-book basketball or what? Blocks the shot, gets out in transition, and then finishes strong. From one end to the other, perfect.
Now here's Beverly. And Pritchard pulls it down. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. The 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The 76ers making a switch here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Beverly. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Now here's Beverly. And there's the drive. Blocked! Here's Pritchard. Out to the right wing. Horford, a screen on Beverly. Back to Horford. Lets it go from deep. And the Celtics another three.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Now here's Beverly. Morris left side. Opening close, and he drops it in.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Tatum passes to Cornette. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 6 assists now in the game. The 76ers have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Martin outside. Batum outside. The three is up. Rebound Boston. Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Beverly defending. Here's Pritchard. 4 on the clock. From behind the arc. Batum pulls it in.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Beverly outside. Back to Batum. There's the three. Nails it from 3.
The timing by Batum. Really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
Tatum with it. Pass to Hauser. Let's go with a 3. Batum pulls it in. Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. To the middle. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here's Martin. Good on the shot.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Pass to Tatum. Here's Cornette. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Celtics lead by 13.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. And it's Cornette with a rebound. The Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
How about Horford showing you that he knows a little bit about elevation? The big fella bouncing to the rack.
Pass to Morris. Out to Beverly. Morris with it. Beverly on the wing. And the shot's good.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in it.
Timeout called. The Celtics. And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Horford. White, he's subbed in for Pritchard. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Tatum. Takes a three. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Maxey finds Embiid. Yep, that one's good. Embiid's got 27.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Now here's White. Outside Tatum. Lets the three fly. Big time three from Tatum.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Pass to Embiid. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Tatum. Brown, a screen on Covington. Tatum inside, hounded by Harris. 5 to shoot. Brown, no good.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Now here's Maxey. And Embiid gets the double team. Covington, a screen on White. Here's Maxey. Count that one.
That's why you give Maxey freedom to do his thing, because he's terrific at creating for himself.
Tatum against Covington. Porzingis with a screen on Covington. Tatum from long range drills it from deep. Tatum's got 18 points in just the second half.
Wow. What can you say?
Maxey passes to Embiid. Over Porzingis. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist from Maxey.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. Now here's Tatum, covered by Covington. Outside White. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, this team takes on a different attitude when Porzingis imposes his will like that. His energy and attitude, infectious.
Now here's Maxey. Up top, Embiid. Defended by Porzingis. Harris against Brown. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Back to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Holiday against Maxey. They set a pick. Pass to Embiid. Over Porzingis. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. On Robert Covington.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so Tatum nails both of them. And there's 1:45 left to play in the fourth. Up top, Embiid. Fade away. And the shot goes in. Embiid's got 10 points in the quarter. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tries the spin move. Holiday passes to Brown. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Coming out here tonight and making a statement. Really good work all around
for the Celtics.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And they earn win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jason Tatum.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Boston's shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. And here's Holiday. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Harris. Porzingis misses. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. It's a 14-point game. To the inside. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now here's Tatum. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Outside Holiday. Shot from the wing. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Harris. Outside Maxey. The 3. No good that time. Tatum with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, you know, we figuring it out. It's early, but we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter. And everybody contributing. So, you know, I liked it.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave, we give you our New Balance Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.